Welcome back to JSFrancisLegacy Studios. On today's episode, we talk about Hidden Gems Montessori Academy, how it all started, the vision behind it, and the incredible growth of the family and the community along the way. Let's get into it.
Because that was
Yeah,
something.
definitely. I'm excited to share about that. This is
Yeah.
the school is opening. Well, we're going to open up a summer camp in June. First is our first day because we want to make sure to kind of solidify our practices and get as many recruits as possible as founding families. But the girls, my twins went to school for a year, and the goal was to let them have some access to what school looks like and for us all to experience it. And all it did was confirm to me that what I'm doing is absolutely necessary. So I have a neurodivergent daughter. I have one that is just really social, and they both they do school. They like their friends, but the rest of it is just like they could leave it. They don't really care for it. It doesn't serve them the way that I would wish that education served them. So we're opening up a Montessori school. There is no options around us really that are affordable or accessible. Most of them are too far away. The ones that are available are too expensive. And it's Montessori. If you never heard about it, is a very specific type of educational model. The philosophy is really to respect the child, to respect the fact that they have a responsibility to make the adult that they're going to be. And the only thing that you should be doing as an adult is provide them the opportunities to help guide that journey that they're going to be on, which says that they'll know what they like, and you figure out how to educate them in the things that they like so that they stay interested and they stay geared into turning into the best human they know how to be, because their job is not just to be a human but to be a productive part of society. So if that human loves music from the time that they're 2 years old, it's highly likely that they're going to be really good at it if you give them opportunity to do it all the time, and you can tie all the lessons of life into that. um, so yeah, it's an exciting journey to be on. I'm finishing off a degree because it wasn't enough for me to just want to do the school. I wanted to do it well, so I went back to school to get my graduate degree. I'm in like 2.5 weeks. I'll be down there in the south with my sisters because I'll be graduating to get my and to get my degree. But not only just get the degree, I must say also I'm graduating with honors, summa cum laude, because I have 4.0 GPA. So when I say I mean it, I'm about my business.
Right. There you go.
FYI, I hope, Jason, that you're using some type of clap or some type of
Yeah,
like.
that's what he keeps doing. Y'all don't hear
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, just no, we
We
don't hear
it's
nothing.
loud applause. It's super
All
loud.
right.
Right. So I'm actually send a picture. I don't know if I can put it in the chat. Maybe I'll put it in the chat, send a picture. I got that first inventory today, and it was so exciting for us because it's a huge step. A lot of what Montessori does is based on the materials, and those materials are really expensive. They're very specific, but the reason is because you use them for their whole career learning. It's like built off of these materials. And my 3 to 5 year old kids are going to be doing division before they hit kindergarten. They're going to know how to write and like full stories for themselves by the time they hit kindergarten, because you just give them the opportunity to do it as soon as they want to, not when you say it should happen. And it changes. It just shifts education 100%. So I'm excited. You can tell I'm passionate about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good stuff though, because here it is. So I told my mom the other day that we got on a Zoom meeting and she was like so happy for us or whatever. But at the same time, I told her what you were going through and I just described it and she knew exactly what you were doing. And I was like, what? You know about this? So I guess it is a big thing, but it's not everywhere. And she was like giving you all the kudos and all the praises and everything and saying just she wishes you all the best and the girls, just the success in it all. So I
I do appreciate that. It
yeah,
means a lot.
definitely. So she wants to see it grow and she's excited that you guys are gonna be building onto like the different states and stuff like that. 'Cause I told her that as well. So she's very impressed.
Yeah, that's a part where Eva's coming in. Eva went back to school. She's going to be picking up once the model is up and running here. The thought that she and I hashed out is that this should not be a singular space. This should be like a franchise. So we're gonna have like an urban school here. Eva's gonna have the rural school in North Carolina. So we're thinking land. We're gonna have it more farming or agricultural based, and she also is going to take home with the online schooling when she's ready too. So we're trying to hit all the different markets, but it's one step at a time, and she's here for the ride from the get. So it's exciting, and again, that legacy, right? It's not enough to just be doing it for self. But Eva's been talking about doing. She's the one who got into Montessori first. She was doing it as a teenager, first job, before I even tapped into this. So I think Eva's love for children and childcare has helped to guide this journey. So I think she deserves a lot of respect for that as well, for staying on board.
I appreciate you, Zena, for saying that, because I feel like that was a dream of mine and a goal of mine that I wanted to do earlier on, but felt like it was just too much to do on my own. Oh, my dog is thirsty. I need to give him some water. But I wanted to start a daycare, and I kind of told myself, putting back in my head, I'm going to have to do that when I retire because I don't have the time, space, or money to do it. So when Zena decided that this is what she wants to get into, and then not just daycare, but Montessori school, and it's with purpose and intention. I said, oh my, that's wonderful. So I'm super excited that I can be on this journey with her, because that was my goal too, to have a business where I can work with my family. I knew it was possible, just didn't know how to do it. So it's just nice to be able to be here in this space now where I'm learning. I'm taking a college class now. That's what I'm doing, my assignment. And I have to pick a college and a career path that I want to go down. And I'm looking into early childhood education, administration work, somebody who's in the background, being the director and play a part in all of the schooling. And it's just, I would never have been here. I would not be here if it wasn't for Zena, taking on her role. So I'm excited. Yeah.
It's definitely, like we touched on earlier, that support of whoever it may be, family or just random people that are trying to invest into what you got going on, and believe in what you're doing. And this is something that is definitely needed, teaching kids on how to survive. We have to have these schools that will do that. These random, these public schools, these private schools, they think they're doing justice for our kids, but nah, they're really not.
And I'm gonna actually say I don't think maybe the people who come on board are idealistic enough to believe that that's what they're doing, but the model of education was distinctly built to factor that they need workers. And so our educational system traditionally is meant to get people, the masses, available and ready and conformed to the society of what work looks like. Getting up early, going to school, going to work, going to school or work at the same amount of time, pretty much same time. It plays so many different things. Like it's the babysitter / educator. And I'm going to say that one of the things that was really heavy on my heart when I became a mother was I truly and fully believed one of the reasons why I didn't want to become a mother was that I didn't want to leave the education of anyone that comes from me in the hands of what I feel sometimes is the oppressor. And I think that was something that played a big part for me in my education. I felt like I was surrounded by people who wanted me to learn just enough so that they can say they did their job, but I never felt challenged. And so I didn't like education. It became cumbersome for me because I felt like I had to show up a certain kind of way. And I learned very quickly I only had to do so much to get by. And that meant that I learned very early to not do enough, or even more importantly, like not really see my full self. And I didn't want my children to feel the same way. Like, oh, this is what you want? 1, 2, 3? Cool, I got that. Even though I could do 10, I'll just do the 3 because that's all you asked me for. And if I do the 10, I'm still gonna get the same thing. So why should I do the 10? It just changes it shifts your mindset. And if you look at wealthy America, the people who are running the country, the people who have all the money, notice that kids don't go to the same schools as we do. They're not taught the same things we're being taught. They're not being given the same baseline as to this is what's important because I say it is. Half the things that we learn in school we don't need.
Yeah.
It keeps you busy. It's busy work, you know. So I'm really into the thing of that says that find what you like, tap into it, do that, become a professional in that space, and all the other things will come. Instead of show up, be here for 8 hours. Let me shovel all this stuff for you to memorize and rotely repeat to me, and then I'll test you on it and tell you how good you really are. Like that. That's always been something I never really been happy with, and so yeah, this is. I guess it's not. It's no surprise that I ended up here because I became a mom, and I'm like, yeah, that's not how I want this to look.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's definitely good stuff. Um,
Thanks for tuning in to JS Francis Legacy Studios. Next week, we'll talk about AI and how it's changing the workplace in ways that are pretty awesome and not so much at the same time. Until then, have a great week. Stay blessed.